We'll get started here in just a minute. Just a minute. Give me a little bit of time and then we'll get started. I finished setting some things up. Right. Hello, Lee. All right, let's get started. Yes. I saw you were watching my build. And we're going to go ahead and paint this like you recommended. Ellie here says this would look good if I painted it. Let's see. And the funny thing is I painted another one of my ships. Wow. What a difference that makes. Okay, let's do the whole thing. The grass is in the way, so I can't get these gray spots, and I don't feel like moving it. I'm just gonna leave it. Don't want to move the grass. Okay, fine, I'll move the grass. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I think I can change this thing's color. Yeah, we got a little carried away with the shrubbery, I think. But, you know, it's supposed to look overgrown. I want to double this right here. This looks fantastic. Can I color these rocks? I don't think I can color these rocks. I can change the color of the rocks. I think they're green by default. Yo, I can make them match me. I mean, I'm just technically not changing the rocks, but it is changing the roots. Oh, you like my item placement? Yeah, we can't change the rock itself, but we can change the roots. Here's black. I'm gonna stick with green for now because I already placed everything. And while I'm patient, I'm not that patient. If I want to make another color, I would probably just rebuild it. Make a second one. Did I lose a rock here? Just gonna leave that. What these? Can I change this? No, I cannot. This looks immensely better in green. Such a good idea. And now that I've painted this, because I just saw your comments, I'm going to show you something. Switch. This is my space turtle. I painted it last night. And I painted it like after I logged off. And I didn't even think to paint the island as well. I guess I was just thinking, you know, it's made of stone. It'll just be made of stone. It'll just look like stone. Gray is fine. Yeah, changing just those roots is going to give it an entirely different feel. Yeah, I made my space turtle green. Got a bunch of green ships now. And then this is Chester. This is my UFO. I painted it black. Going for like a stealth kind of look. This is probably my simplest design, and it's probably the most streamlined as well because it has just very, very basic stuff in it. So we got storage. It's got full storage. That's why I named it Chester. Full storage, full storage. We've got enough for like one plant, a bed, nutrient processor, mission radar. Doesn't have a refiner because, you know, I just have, you know, my personal refiner. But I could get rid of the bed. I guess I don't need to sleep if I really wanted to put a refiner on here. Yeah, it's about as compact as I can get it while still having pretty much everything on it. This is my big build. This is Sugar Jets. This is the one that gets the most collision issues. Space Turtle's starting to get collision issues. So I'm trying to figure out if I should make it smaller again. I'm really proud of this one. UFO's cool. Can't wait to see if Hello Games picks up what we put down. Make bigger quarter cowling pieces. Oh yeah, so that would be great if they could do that. Because the corner pieces that we got are too small. We've got a very square look to our... pretty much every build, to be honest. Everything kind of is squared off unless you make it pointy. So it's either pointy or square. Completely agree. But this one's fleshed out inside out. I'll give you a quick tour. And by the way, my friend code is in my YouTube bio. So if you want to play, you can add me. So through here is storage. We got refiners over here. And then all these farmable boxes and barrels. Down here is weapon and tool checkout. And the rest of the storage. This is Johnny. And then, yep, go up this way. Got mission radar. This is the Mestex. Do all of our foodery here. Over here is the cactus farm and the namesake of the ship. So the ship's name is Sugar Jets because we refine all this cactus into sugar. It's also what my grandma used to say instead of shit in front of the kids. This is the IT room. Databanks, library, etc. Over here we have a brain fart. The clinic. Yeah, this is the clinic. So, do all your healing in here. This is the laundry facility, which goes straight into the birthing area, sleeping quarters. Got enough for a crew of 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. Do movie nights in here. See, I do some item scaling. These are smaller, so they could fit better. Then I used the cooking pots for the old dryer doors. Experimenting with parking Corvette close to overlapping into your base, trying to glitch base parts. Yeah, I've been trying to do that too. I think I did it once on accident, but I didn't have any designs on it at the time. So I was like, oh, well, that'll be handy later. And I haven't tried recreating it. This ladder goes up onto the deck here where we can view all of our fine machinery. Or the space, you know, if we're out in space. Emergency pods back here. A refiner. This goes up into the tower. We have our little zoo here. Little mascot blob dude. This is a little viewing room where you can view space from a safe space. This is just a ladder well. And we're up here in the cockpit Got a little kitchenette right here. This is the captain's quarters. He's got his own little laundry and kitchen area. And by he, I mean me. This is the war room. So this is where we'll have meetings about the mission. We'll talk about the mission. And I placed everything so that we could walk completely around in here. And, except for the seats. I think the seats we have to still kind of scoot into, but it's fine. And then roof. The best view in the house. There's also some fine machinery up here. I like how this storage pod kind of looks like a radar. So I put it up here. And then this roof access is also my like kind of quick way to get up to the cockpit. Not that I can fly this thing anymore, but yeah, we just take the elevator like this. Bam, time to fly. And then I just made changes to my Firefly. Last night I added another room. I extended the room out, and then I got really upset about it because I didn't like it after I got done. And after taking a break from it for a little while and working on a different ship, I came back to it when I went off stream, and I made some more changes to it, and now I love it. So all of the bedrooms I've doubled in size, and then we've increased the length just like one modular section, I guess, one block. And I made it a little bit rounder because, like you were saying, with the round pieces we need bigger corner pieces. So these are like the biggest round corner pieces that I could find, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are the biggest ones, but they're long, so not very good for circles, but good enough for this build. Yeah, I made Serenity. This is actually my 2.0 version, so if you want to see what it looked like before, I added these windows and changed all the back out here. So I changed this from the Argonaut pieces to these Speedbird pieces. But yeah, I did that on another stream. Or at least I showed it off on another stream. I think I actually I originally built this off stream, I think. I can't remember. But it really doesn't do it justice. We can't really build Serenity like Serenity because the bay is just too small, you know? These modular rooms are just too small. We make do with, you know, what we got. I put the med bay down here. I do similar builds, so all the storage I try to keep right here, down at the bottom, so I can access it quickly. And then I had the stairs over here before, and then I moved them to right here, so now the stairs are here. Thank you. I tried making a Millennium Falcon was my first build. I don't have it anymore. I've since trashed it because I wanted to make a better one. And I'm getting better at building, so Serenity's really coming along. Oh, the really cool thing about it now is that each bedroom has its own kitchen and mission radar. So each bedroom has a kitchen and mission radar, and I haven't furnished these out yet because I don't want to get the collision issues, and my Firefly is the only one that doesn't get the collision issues right now. And the cockpit's too small. Yeah, you can only fit one person in there. So it was hard to make the head of it look good too. And then we've got bedroom here. So here's another bedroom. And I did use different modules for different bedrooms. So like these two are the fancy ones, right? Oh, and then there's one back here that I forgot to show you. So this is basically like the engineer's bedroom, right? This would be Kaylee's, I guess. Side shuttles. Yeah, I didn't even try to make them look like shuttles. I just made them bedrooms with windows. And then we've got like a main eating area right here. I was gonna do something else with this, but then when I took the kitchens out, which are between two bedrooms, I was like, well, it doesn't even look right anymore. And nothing else really made sense to go there. Because I tried putting like some more garden units down there, and it didn't fit. It felt soulless. So I put two more food processors. And then this would be, I guess, like the captain's quarters or the pilot. And then up here, I went with completely open, full view, just viewing room. I might furnish it later. I had the captain's quarters in this room. I haven't taken the rugs out yet. But like you said, the cockpit's too small, so I kind of wanted this to just kind of be open, and I don't know, maybe I should at least put a mission radar in here. Makes sense. And then like a little break area. We'll keep that. That looks nice. I almost want to move it back though. I had it here before and I really liked it right there. But you did the pilot or then the shuttles? So you did core parts resized all together in front of the sloping window. Oh yeah. So you used decor to make it look like a shuttle. Yeah, that would be a pain. I mean, it could be a pain, or it could be therapeutic. So for me, when I build one of my ships, I come to the terms that I'm going to build it again, you know? Because eventually, I'm gonna start. Because I just started streaming No Man's Sky not too long ago, and eventually people are going to want tutorials. And the live streams are really long, maybe too long to pick through. So I'll make videos eventually. So I've come to terms with the fact that I'm just going to have to rebuild all my ships over and over and over and over. And that's why I'm so patient with it, I guess. It kind of evens the space out a little bit more. You know, our shuttle was easier. Yeah, you know, the rugs kind of behave. And once you figure out how to use the tapestry, the opulent tapestry, that's a game changer too. And then I figured out how to use the tie drapes really good too. Actually, you know what? I had these installed, and I'll probably go ahead and just do this right now, since we're here. I went too far down, didn't I? So I'll just do right here. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah. I like that it kind of doesn't have that ugly ring at the top, and it just kind of like looks like it's hanging from the ceiling. Use a regular bed. Yeah, you know, some of these beds aren't too comfortable looking. Like these ones in particular, I mean, it kind of looks comfortable, but it looks like it's too small. It's like too short for like an average size person. Oops. Good enough. Can't sleep in a pod like that. Yeah, I think its only saving grace is the heat lamp. So like when I look at it, I'm like, man, that little heat lamp is probably really nice to have in the middle of space, you know? And that's also why I put the beds on the inside of the ship, because I figured they'd be too cold on the outside, on like the outside wall. So I put mission radar on that side because it needs to stay cool because it's a computer. Putting logic into video games like it matters. Nice. This room feels cold. Like I think I should put something here. Something on the other side of it, so no windows. Maybe I'll just put a weapon rack up. Put a couch in here, maybe? You know, you just gotta start with one thing and then kind of feel it out. But I don't think a couch is the way to go. I can't imagine anyone wanting to hang out in here. So I don't think it's going to be a couch. But maybe a table or countertop. Maybe I'll just do like a... do the counter over here. There's nothing on the other side of this, is there? we'll do some luggage maybe. I need to get some more of these derelict freighter parts. Because I really want to get the suitcase. I had the suitcase on my freighter. I would use that in all my builds. Makes sure I needed the base build instead. Oh yeah. But I want to fly it around. You have like your smaller Corvette version that you could fly around and then do like a full base build. Cuz you got to get that like landing bay. The landing bay is so iconic. Let's see, it's hard to do like airlocks and stuff because they also I think had like an airlock on Serenity that Mal was going to push Jane out of because he was misbehaving. Yeah. Lockers always need to be resized. Like who even has a locker this big? Fortunately, I don't think it will really look good on this side. Oh, a rug will warm this place up. Here, let's do this one. Rug this out. There we go. These counters just keep making me think laundry room since I started building laundry rooms. I could put up a tapestry. Let's do that. For tapestries, I use the timber shelf. Is that far enough back? Far enough back for me. It's a bit big though. Let me shrink it a little. Into the ground a bit. It's too big. Put it in the exact same place. It's even got like a little bit of a curve to it here at the bottom, so it looks like it's actually touching the ground. I think I might have nailed it. Well, it doesn't really look like it's hanging from anything specifically, but it is right up on these chains. Where are they at? Do this. There. Now it kind of blends right in. Were you having a hard time with the tapestry? I used the shelf. So the tapestry doesn't stick on walls. It has to stick on like a flat surface. And for some reason, they use the center of the tapestry as the like sticking point for that. So like if I took this, see how it's like sitting like centered like that? Yeah, so I used a shelf because you've got like 3 different levels on the shelf. And then you can just like resize your shelf depending on where you want to put it. Maybe I'll do 2 tapestries. That looked tacky. That warmed it up, didn't it? How weird that that's the only thing moving, though. Let's hang a bunch of banners in here. Looks way better, right? Like, it doesn't look like it's cold in here anymore. What is this? Is this broken? Oh, it was backwards. Okay, this looks like it wants to sit flat too. And it's got a really strange, like, placement window. But something like that might actually look good. Well, here, let's try this first. That's a bummer. See, if I make items too small, I can't place them anymore. It's a market now. I think the awning could work somewhere, but I don't think that that's the spot. I don't know what's going on with the placement, but I'm gonna try it. I don't know how I did that, but I like it. Okay, check this out. So what we'll do is we'll put that there, and then we'll put this locker here. Then this will cover up, make this a bit bigger. That covers up this gap that we were looking at. Good epitaph. Actually, I think we could make this bigger. Wait. That's too big. Nice. We'll have two of them. Just a bit too big. Let's do one of these crates. Oh, I don't have any materials for that. Never mind. I'll do that later. Okay, well we made this one a little bit more fleshed out, but let's share with the crew. Oh, you already have a cargo. Yours is too big. And this room already feels pretty warm, so we're just gonna kind of leave that. Looks like a good spot for this locker. Every crew member needs a locker and a foot locker. What are these things? What are these even for? Are they for this light? Yeah, whatever. Then I'll do the layout just a little differently in each room so it doesn't look like copy-paste, which is what it is. But it doesn't have to feel that way. I think that one was a little too close to the wall. Turn it a little sideways. So it looks like a human put it there. Not too sideways. We don't want to be sloppy now. Now these side rooms are pretty easy to flesh out because you come in through the side. So there's this one wall that you don't have to really worry about. But these other back ones have more space. Kind of, in a way. Yeah. Now it feels like there has to be a couch in here. Done. Funny. Okay, let's do like a... Well, there's already that. Because like you've already got like a little like chilling area right here. So what goes here? How about... maybe I will make one of these. Should give him a little shelf. Do like a shelf with knickknacks on it, maybe. Upholstered seat. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. Too small. Guess I need to refine some cobalt about that time. You know, to keep these from flapping about. Just kind of weights these down. Need an excuse for them not to be moving like these ones. Right. Exactly. Just gotta put this on top. Whatever. Yeah. Vintage teapot, ladies and gentlemen. Do an oil burner over here. And a couple of these. I don't want to put too much stuff down because I still want to fly the ship. Let's go take it for a test run. I do have one beef with this build right now though, and that is right over here. We've got the landing gear kind of pumping right into the other thruster right here. Like that. But you know what? We'll just consider it a feature. Oops. We'll just consider it a feature. It'll be fine. It's totally fine. The room looks really nice. The pilot's room. Yeah, it's really coming together. Thank you. And we're getting no collision on anything. I think this might be my favorite ship. Space Turtle almost became my favorite ship because of the expedition, but this one takes the cake. Plus, Space Turtle's starting to have collision issues for some reason. I'll show you Space Turtle as well. But I think this one just went from like I loved it before to like I really love it now. Had a really cool engineering room though before I made the modifications. Matter of fact, I wonder if I could do something similar right now. There's something I want to try. No, it's not going to let me do it. I wanted to add a window right there. It's not gonna let me put it here now. I don't think there's a way I can glitch that on there either. Oh well. Hopefully I didn't delete anything on accident. Let's do fresh edits. And then let me show you my Space Turtle. So this is Space Turtle. This is the one that I built on the expedition. A quick walk around, and it's very similar to my Firefly, but it's not as tall in the front. Generally, it's about the same. Except it's completely different. So we walk in here, and it's there's no extra rooms on the bottom. Well, there are these are the bedrooms. So side pods like on Serenity or my Firefly. His name's not Serenity. His name's Sugarbug. But yeah. So we got 2 side pods. They're small, and then most of the storage is down here on the bottom. Then we walk up here. Why is it so bright in here? Got an emergency pod. Over here is refiners, and my refiners are glitching out. They like turn invisible when I look away from them. Yeah, we are never satisfied, right? Considering you want to build Serenity properly, you'd have to treble the size and some other failure details like side entry drop down bullet. Yeah, and you know, I would also have to use the I'd probably also have to find a way to use the what's it called? I have one on me. It was one of the landing bays, the Thunderbird landing bay. Yeah, so there's Ambassador, Titan, so the Thunderbird landing bay. I don't like the Thunderbird landing bay. I don't want to use it. I always said I was going to use it on like that one particular build, but I don't know if I'm going to find that build. Because walking straight up a ramp is so convenient. You know? Just walk up the ramp and you're on the ship. But the other one, you gotta like actually use it or use your jets to get up into it. Don't love that. But yeah, so this one actually seems like it's a smaller build than my Firefly. Here's kitchen. And I actually built like a sink. But every now and again we're getting collision issues with this guy. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to like kind of get the jump on the Serenity build because everyone's building, you know, all the iconic ships right now, and I wanted to, you know, be one of those guys that has like one of the cool like iconic builds too. And I figured, you know, maybe not a lot of people are going to try Serenity right away. So there's my collision. There it is. They're pretty infrequent. I can typically get away with flying for extended periods of time without having to deal with it, but it has been getting worse lately. So I've pretty much retired this build, more or less. And I may be scrapping it pretty soon. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it in storage. Put it in storage, since I did build it as a as the expedition thing. Or landing pad lights. Landing pad lights. Commodore? Rather than a cockpit pod? What do you mean to drop into a room? To drop into the cockpit? Like from like up here? Is that what you're saying? You wanna like drop into it like that? Serenity was the first attempt I built it after wrestling with various parts. Yeah. It was my second build, I think. I tried the Millennium Falcon first because I was like, it's a circle, it'll be easy. And then I was like, wow, there's no circle parts. This is hard. I've been playing No Man's Sky. You know, that's a funny, it's kind of a hard question for me to answer because I bought the game on pre-order. But I was in the crowd that was really disappointed. So if I go over to here, redeem bonus content. So that's my Horizon Omega ship from pre-order. And I played it for maybe a couple of hours and then I gave up on it. and I didn't know that they were going to do updates like they did. So I didn't even follow news, I didn't hear anything. I came back to No Man's Sky maybe like 2 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago now. Rather than a total prefabricated pod, it'd be possible to make like a countertop and share with all the controls replaced by a window instead. You want to place your controls by a window? That sounds really niche. I think that's something they'd really have to like work their way into. Because I don't think I fully understand. I kind of get what you're saying, but I don't understand why I would need that at the moment. So, yeah, maybe it'd be a good feature, but I think I'd have to see it to really grasp it. Because I'm sure that your vision is really good, but I can't quite see it. But in terms of hours of playtime, to go back to your previous question, a double cockpit would be. I know you want to make your Serenity build, but that would really complicate gameplay, I think. But if they had like maybe better seating arrangement so that people could like actually sit next to you in the cockpit, that'd be cool. But I think the whole like idea behind the release was the fact that we could actually walk around and not be in the seat anymore so often. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the pilot navigator thing would be like a role play kind of mechanic, because we've already got like an automatic system going on, so they'd have to change gameplay mechanics for that to be a real thing. Otherwise it'd just be role play. Right, yeah, not two pilots, that'd make it weird. But what I have seen people do is they would just hide the cockpit altogether and then create their own fake kind of cockpit, like a pseudo cockpit that would be considered the actual like visual cockpit on the build. You know what I'm saying? Like the pirate ships, for example. So people will make pirate ships and then put the cockpit in a different place than you might expect. Did I scrap my pirate ship yet? Yeah, because I had a couple of pirate ship builds that I was doing, but I scrapped them already. I'm gonna make a new one, but not right now. I was considering making the UFO my main, but now that I've talked to you about the Firefly, I feel like that's my main now. 'Cause this one's fine, but the other one's really nice. And it's bigger, and it's able to fly. And as long as the Firefly can fly, I think it might be my main build. Put the guns up by the cockpit. I had them over here, but then I figured they were kind of in the way of the view of these windows, so I moved them up here. Even though it's a little pretentious to put them up there, in my opinion. I don't love it, but I don't really have a better spot for them. Or do I? Let's take a look around real quick. Is a base called This Land? Wash. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll rename this. I'll rename it Tribute to Wash. I kind of like Sugarbug. But I've already got Sugar Jets, so I feel like that's a bit much. Should I update my number? Because while it's not a new build, it is updated quite a bit. Yeah, I'll just keep it. Tribute to Wash. Very confusing name for anyone who has never seen the show. Wait, can I put a window here? Wait, why don't I have a window here? Hello? We want as many windows as possible so we can see all the space. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can do this. Yeah, thanks for the name inspiration. I like that better. Sugarbug was a placeholder anyway. Modified. So I had him here. I could put him on the sides here. But then it's kind of like sticking into the landing gear. Where's that? Aw, let me in, come on. Oh, is it not really open? Is it faking me out? It's okay, I have another entrance. Oh, it let me in. Where'd the gun go? I hate how touchy this is. I wish I could move a little slower. Can't get around the storage. I can't get around the ladder. I want to go in the other room. Here, let's go in. I don't have another entrance. God, this is not Space Turtle. Gonna lurk. Yeah, I totally feel that. Lurk away. Alright, I'm just gonna delete the letter for now. Okay. Where'd the gun go? It's not in here. Can I not place ladders? It's not in here. Did I actually hide it? I think I hid it successfully. Let's see if I can move the other one. It's like right here, right? Oh no, I think it's in the... I think it's in here. Let me in. Let me in. I forgot I can't go up. Alright, let's go ahead and just apply edits and see what happened. There's the adjoining walls when you put one hab next to another. Yeah, you always gotta put something there. No guns poking in there. No guns poking in here either. I think I successfully hid the guns. I actually did it. I did it. I hid the guns. I hid them. I hid them. I hid them. I still have one gun, but I can live with that. I can live with that. Success! Huge success. What is this one? Could put it on the bottom here. It'd just be hidden every time it's parked. Put it right here. Oops. Kind of noticeable though. Because it doesn't really matter where the guns go. For anyone out there watching who doesn't know, it doesn't fire from the guns. The ships don't fire from these guns. They don't. They fire from the cockpit. So when you're shooting from the cockpit, you know, if your cockpit's really far back, you're going to end up blasting on your own ship. Which happened to me. It's kind of funny. On my pirate ships, which is part of the reason I scrapped them. Alright, I think we're done. Done with this. Mega Serenity is done. Mega Mini. It's like a Mega Mini. Edits. Okay, now we just need to add more slots to it. Space Turtle I added a ton of slots to, and now I wish I didn't. So I'm probably gonna get rid of it. Well, no, I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm just gonna put it in storage. You know, I think I'll go do that right now. So I could scrap more parts. Hey, do you want to see a trick, Lee? Get back to Nona Scan frigate, and another frigate is overlapping. Oh, I hate when that happens. Have you done the expedition yet? If you've done the expedition, you can make a copy of your expedition ship. Yeah. I finished the expedition. It took about 2 or 3 days. Well, one day was just waiting for everyone else to finish so I could get the optional quest done. But you should be able to knock it out pretty quickly. We cannot place Corvette-class starships in long-term storage. Oh, that's really sad. Hold on, let me put these ships in storage and then I'll show you. Show you what I'm talking about. And maybe you'll be like, well, there's an easier way to do that. I'll be like, oh, okay. Where's my ships over? Oh, it's over here. Just gotta check my inventories real quick. Oh yeah, this has a bunch of shit in it. Already checked this one, right? Well, I'm triple checking. That's fine. I gotta make some space. Let me sell some stuff real quick, hold on. Gotta go to the grocery store. Okay. Have space again. A little bit. Okay, go to a space station real quick. Right. Now we can go. Yeah, when I first made this build, my stairs here were not so streamlined. I had to do some of this to get up here. So this wasn't my main ship for a while. You had to warp to another system and there was no space station? That's crazy. Yeah, I prefer star systems that have space stations. That's just my personal preference. Okay, so check this out. Once you finish the expedition, you've been playing for a while, right? So you got a pretty good stash of nanites, I'm sure. You can create a copy of your starship from the expedition. So since you haven't finished the expedition yet, this is a good thing for you. Build, like when you do get to the expedition, build your ship as big as you can with all the most fancy, expensive parts that you can, because you can create a copy of it for only 2,800 nanites. And you get all the tech that was installed with it too. So if I go to copy this, okay, and you can do this seemingly unlimited number of times right now. And I wish I had known that I could still do this when I finished the expedition, otherwise I would have put more stuff on Space Turtle. But if I go in here, there's Space Turtle, there's my copy, and I get all of the tech that I installed, the Plasma Starship Trail, all these extra boosters, everything, my cyclotron, everything. you get to make a copy of it for the low, low price of 2,800 nanites. And then you can take it over to a space station, disassemble the whole thing down to its core components, and then trade it for a regular starship, scrap it, and repeat the process. Yeah, so this will save you so much time in getting parts. So I'm gonna leave the anomaly right now, and I'm gonna go back in, because I don't know exactly how you reset the timer, if you have to leave or if you have to like log out. So I'll figure that out for you right now. Figure out the quickest way. It's probably just relogging. Probably just relog. Yeah, don't finish your expedition until you get like all the parts that you want for it. And then of course, you know, don't take too long because you only got 6 weeks. I guess 5.5 weeks now. 5.5 weeks to finish the expedition. Alright, so Space Turtle already copied, so I'm going to relog. We'll quit to mode select. Says it's still copied, so let's try, because I know I've made several copies already, but usually I go to a space station or something, scrap it, and then make another one. It is possible that we might have to make one change to it. So first I'll go to a space station, because I haven't done experimentation with this yet. We'll just go to space station first, leave the space station. If that doesn't work, we'll make one small change to it. Okay, let's even switch our dock ship. Expeditions in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it was pretty glitchy. It was hard, but the only thing that I had issues with was getting into space stations sometimes, and that was easily got around by a new item. I don't know if I can still make the item, or if that was expedition only item. Yeah, so there was an item that we could make while we were on the expedition that just teleports you directly into the nearest space station. So it was pretty easy to get around that. It cost like 30 magnetized, or not magnetized, it was 30 chromatic metal to make. Personal objectives are forever. That is true. That's why I say hurry on the expedition, because it's not going to be there forever. Plus, you can only copy your ship until it goes away. God, imagine if they let you copy your ship forever. That would be crazy. That couldn't be it. That could never happen. All right, let's go to the space. Let's go to the anomaly and see if we can make another copy. Got a collection of bones myself, but I haven't even started on blueprints for like a museum for them. Maybe I should work on that soon. I haven't built my forever base yet. Too much exploring. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, or I forgot to finish answering your question from earlier when you asked about my playtime. So I started again like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just got my playtime to 1,000 hours today. Or yesterday. It was today or yesterday. So I'm sitting on just over 1,000 hours. Oh yeah. No worries, no worries. Alright, so Space Turtle's copied. So since we have an exact copy in our inventory, let's make a change to it. Whoa, this looks sick. Is this a starship from another expedition? It has to be, right? This looks like an expedition ship. This gun that's on it looks like the gun for the, looks like the photon cannon guns for the, Corvettes. Yeah, we got similar playtime. Hey, I should give you access to this space station if you've never been there. Here it is. Lagolu? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this place? This is a glitch system. If you've never been here, you might want to go here. It's a little dangerous. I wouldn't recommend summoning your freighter here, because people have lost their freighters trying to summon them here. So I've never tried summoning my freighter here, and I never will. But yeah, let me show you. Let me show you with a regular starship, because I'm a little nervous about. A little nervous about using my big builds. But I can always get another one of these. So probably one of the most prominent, most interesting things about this system is that we are here. And here is the galactic core. So this star system is in the galactic core. But it's not really in the galactic core. It just seems like it's in the galactic core. And if I show you the the space station. Yeah, when they changed the space stations, I was a little tripped out because I was like, wait, this doesn't look the same. Because I came back after, what, like 7 years of updates? 7 or 8 years of updates? Or I guess 6 or 7 years of updates? The game was completely unrecognizable. I was like, is this No Man's Sky? I couldn't believe it. But yeah, if I go into photo mode, you can see there's no code at the bottom for the portal. No portal code. And there was a portal code, and the portal code was just all sunsets. And then at one point it was changed to a bird and then all sunsets. And now I'm not seeing a portal code at all. But yeah, one of the main reasons you'd want to come here, last 3 years of No Man's Sky have been peak content. Add-on's so good it made Gamer Geeks cry. People are crying about it, which is so funny to me. And they're still trying to defend their other space games, and I'm like, why though? So yeah, here in Lekolu Cycler, if I normally would buy this, it would be sold out, right? But if I buy it here in Lekolu, the shops don't run out. And we had different items in here before, and it changed after the update. But we have gold, so we have unlimited gold, unlimited ammonia, unlimited magnetized ferrite. They had pure ferrite too before. They had every form of ferrite. They had magnetized, pure ferrite, and regular ferrite dust. And then they also had rusted metal. But we can't buy that here anymore because they changed it. But on top of the shop never running out, the guild also does not run out, and it's a mercenaries guild. So over here we have access to unlimited multi-tool expansion slots. So this is arguably the fastest way to make money now. So this is where I make all my money. And then I can get unlimited nanites from the Scatter Blaster module by buying it at a 66% discount and then reselling it. So yeah, if you want a taxi ride here, you'll have to add me, and I'll take you over here. And then to sell these, there's a glitch to sell these too. So we go sell, and you see how it's sold one at a time. So you just, you sell one, and then you close it, go back in, sell, and it sells all of them at the same time. And I'm now at 64,000 nanites. So easy quick nanites, easy quick money. I've not tried building in here yet, but I don't really want to, so I'm gonna go to a different station. Back on track. We're gonna make one small change to Space Turtle. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and scrap Space Turtle. Let's go ahead and just do that. So I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna boom, 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 boom. Build a very basic one of each necessary part kind of thing. What am I missing? Vector, gun, apply edits. Offer B class. That's a free exchange. You can take all your technology out first if you're going to move it onto another ship, but I wouldn't if you're just going to hold on to it. That's a lot of extra storage space. Scrap it. Watch them have patched it and be like, no, you can only make one copy now. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I would have made my ship a lot bigger if I knew I could do that. Forever. Not forever, but for an extended period of time. My UFO's also kind of glitched out. It never wants to use it. It never wants to close the hatch until I do like a hyperdrive. Or a pulse. And it's not even doing a pulse, so... Yeah. So this one will not be my main build. Did you get the gooseneck structure? That was probably one of the things I played with the most. Getting that neck to look just right was so time consuming. So here we go. So I can create another copy of Space Turtle now. So another 2800 nanites. And then I scrap it, and then I can make another one. And I can just keep getting parts that way. And that's a really great way to streamline your shipbuilding process if you want to do it fast. And then you don't gotta go out and to a planet and scrap a bunch of parts. That concludes my ship gathering part duplication, somewhat of a glitch tutorial. Yep, that's the title for that. I'm sticking to it. Why doesn't it just put it in the first bay? While I do say that I would have made it bigger if I'd known I could do this, I'm glad I made it as big as I did. Because I wasn't going to make it that big. You know, I accidentally got an achievement using this method yesterday. Because I found an S-Class shuttle that I ended up trading one of these for. And it gave me a title for having an S-Class shuttle. Yeah, first I tried making it look like Serenity, then I started making it look more like Land. Oh no, I just got hit by somebody. Please don't glitch me out. Why are these green? These aren't supposed to be green. Are they naturally that color? Do the other windows have green on them? They don't even have green on them. What's up with that? Still green. Maybe it's just the lighting. It's got to be the lighting. Yeah, I would say this method is a bit overkill. Oh, I need to buy more parts. I don't have the, I don't need the cheap. I don't have any cheap parts on me. But I probably didn't need to get those. Whatever. I'm trying to find an S-Class Explorer now. Modify a build, change the color of your new parts to contrast the old ones. That way you can see your work better. Oh yeah, good idea. Where am I going? Yeah, it's a good idea. I need to take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna put the view on the island ship. Did I ever end up getting you to do this? You saw this, right? Oh, you were watching the build video. That's right. Am I in a space station or a magical garden? Or both? And right here, photo mode. There we go. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get some water, stretch, and you guys should too. Be right back. back. And we'll do a quick walk around tour on this. And then, hold on a second. All right. Just gonna do a quick walk around, and then I got a break for dinner. I know I said it was only gonna be like 5 minutes, but got a break for dinner. It is that time. Alright, so we walk in right here through the roots. And with this I went with some of the basic stuff, and then also I put one of every single plant on the ship. We got a bed here, heat up here, mission radar. And then we've got plants in this room. Plants in this room. That's all of the plants. And then storage in the back here. Storage, storage. Yep. This is probably the first build that I've done. Whoops. This is the first build that I've done where the storage is on the second floor instead of the first floor. Because I usually try to have my storage on the first floor. Sometimes it trickles up into the second floor. But yeah, it's my little garden area. Shout out to Lee Smith for reminding me to paint these green. Oh, I missed a spot. Yeah, if you want to build a flying garden yourself, similar to this, you have to place a lot of stuff. But I built this on my last stream, so go check that out if you want to see how I built it. Hi, I'm back. Hi, sorry I am back, but I'm also leaving again because it's dinner time. So I just finished a quick walk around tour on the garden, and I'm going to log off for probably a couple of hours, and then I'll be back again. Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.